this is my friend Little Squirt. Sometimes he's good and sometimes he's not. Is this a good day for you, Squirt? Welcome to Happy Painting. We're going to do more flowers. We're on a roll with flowers, and today we're going to tackle a rose. I know you've been waiting for that one. Squirt, you want your peanut right now? It's kind of a sign of good behavior, kind of a trustful sign. Okay, here. Oh, that peanut's gone. Well, here's another one then. Okay, but that's the last one. Hold on to that. I've got a 12 by 24 canvas. It's a stretched double prime canvas. I just sketched out. I have one rose and two buds, and I've covered the canvas with liquid white, and then I just added some color, some yellows and pinks, and mixed it in with the white. It's a little green and blue here mixed in with the white. Nice and soft and muted, just for background color. When you're doing a floral, though, I always think of adding the dark right around where the flowers are and leaving the corners and the edges of the canvas lighter. That kind of harmonizes well. So the first thing we're going to do on this fellow is put in some leaves and stems. We'll always start in the background, so we should start back there. I hope you've been painting. Better write me a letter. This is painting number 28, and if you write to me with a stamped self-addressed envelope, I'll send you the directions for this one. You're going to want to do it. After you see it, you're going to want to do it. I know that. Yeah, everybody liked this one. We've done this one in the studio because we've been practicing our roses. You know, you got to practice your rose just a little bit. I'm going to put a few mystery stems in here too. You know, little we don't know exactly where they come from stems. And they practice your rose a little bit. You can get very good at roses. Yes, sir. Now it's time for some leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My little old 6-stroke leaf. And I see another one right there. 1, 2, 3. If we just do one side of the leaf, that's 3 strokes. We'll say that that one's on its end. That's good. And there's probably another one over here. What do you think, Squirt? Well, he's done with that peanut. Now he's on to more bad things behind the canvas. So you practice your little leaves a little bit, and then they start to come easy. And so it's just a matter of a little bit of practice. Oh, there you are, guys. Squirt's roaming around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't care whether it goes over my flower or not. You know, that's okay. I'll find that flower again, no problem. I want to load my brush nice and neat. See, I got some chunky paint on there now. A nice, neat, silky load. I just keep pulling out some blue and some green. I've got a nice, neat chiseled edge, and I'll pull out a leaf right there. Let's dissect this leaf so we can get a look at how it's made. If that's the stem, I think of the leaf as just a big diamond. See the diamond? I picture that in my mind when I'm painting the leaf, because then I know that the first brush stroke goes right here at the diamond, and all the brush strokes end up back here at the back of the leaf. I guess it helps to make those noises too. Okay, so that's what's going on in my mind, and what's going on in my hand, Lord only knows. Okay, so let's just throw in 500 more of those. Well, maybe not 500. Huh, Squirt? Somebody has to stop me. I do get carried away. Put one over there. A little more blue, a little more green. Put one over here. I just smashed that beginning, that little bit of color in, just to let myself know where I'm going. Okay. And now I don't know where to go. Maybe coming out of the rose right there. They're going to overlap. I knew that was going to happen anyway. I knew they were going to start to overlap. Okay. And where we go from here? Let's see. Well, the stem, there must be something in here too, off the stem. Put one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got everybody doing that. Let's see, it should be right in there, I think. Okay, and I guess it's got to be out here too. Oh, this is the part where somebody's got to stop me. Right, I'm definitely on a roll. I'm not ready to stop though. Not yet, not yet. No, one more. One. Okay. All right, all right. All right, I will stop that for a minute. I will. And we'll go to our flower. That's really the lesson for today. So the first thing I'm going to do to the flower is underpaint it. We have to have some color and a lot of medium because I want it really juicy under there so I can work with it. So I've got alizarin crimson, floral pink, and I put a little bit of cadmium yellow in it. And I've got lots of medium, so it's thinking about running down the canvas. I don't want it to run down the canvas, but all I want to do is block in color where the flower is going. And I extend out beyond my sketch at this time. Oh, I'm dripping. I always end up dripping. Dripping, dripping, dripping. Okay, I guess I gotta get neater, huh? All right. Okay, so I got paint medium up there, and Lord knows I got enough. I don't care if that green jumps in my flower. That doesn't bother me one bit. Well, let's underpaint where those buds are too. We got a bud up here. We got a bud. And we'll just, you know, make it a little bud shaped thing. Don't have to be fussy. It'll all happen anyway. You could do this. Once you practice, see, florals are easy. You do have to practice just a little bit. You know, you can, this is my old saying, you can do anything you want to do. You may have to practice for it, however. That goes for learning the piano or anything else. We're capable of doing whatever we choose to do. Okay, we've got those underpainted. The next thing I will do to my flower is add a dark shadow where I see it. Where I see it. You know, I could dissect this rose for you and give you a little hint when you're doing roses. I always think of a teacup, and that's the top of the teacup. That's the bowl of the cup. Oh, my teacup has a saucer. It also has a little handle on each side. But that's what I think of. There's my teacup. So now I know where to put my shadow. My shadow's going to go right here, the top of the teacup. I've got alizarin, little floral pink. I got no medium on it, it's dry. And I'm just going to tickle that in there so there's no rough edges, no straight edges, and add a little shadow in there. Alizarin, floral pink, and there's also going to be a shadow right under the cup. So I'll tickle that in there too. Okay, so that's where the shadows go. And we might as well add a few shadows to those buds too. We'll get that done while we're up here. We'll put one there. And I think, you know, around the bottom, this might be a little shadow. This is just a suggestion of where it might be. Squirt, you are so busy. I don't know. What, you want to paint a rose too? Huh? He'd love to get into this. He'd love to get into anything. Yes, what a little troublemaker. Oh, I see you're headed for the top floor, your favorite place. Huh? Okay. So we've got our shadow on there. We're all set to make petals. This couldn't be any easier today. Okay, so I'm going to use the same brush. I just wipe it off. I'm going to go for a little medium. I'm going to start using a little floral pink that I've mixed with titanium white. And just to see how that works. If it doesn't, I'll just keep adding more white because I want you to make sure you see the petals. The first petals I'm going to do are the petals in the back, which are back here. And they all head towards the center of the rose. So I know there's a petal back here. And I reach out farther than my underpaint. See, it's hot. You gotta have some paint on the brush or nothing happens. There's another little petal. I guess I'll have to keep coming down, picking up some light paint so you can see these little guys. So there's another little petal. Oops. Restroke it. I keep telling you not to restroke, but I don't want you to paint it. Well, if you can write to me and tell me how many times I restroke. Say, oh, I saw you do it. You told us not to do it, and you did it. Yes, I did. Okay, that's one row of back petals. But in the rows, there could be more than one row of petals. So I'm going to put in another row. Okay. Okay, let's get busy picking up paint this time so we can really see this. There's another one. Now let's got to pick up paint with every single stroke. There's another one. Picks up that red underneath. And there might be another one here. Okay, there's 2 rows of petals there. Now we're ready to do the front of the rose. Are you happy now, Squirt? You're on the very top, just where you like to be. Yeah, that's where he likes to be. All the petals are heading towards the middle of the rose. This one back here is just going to follow the little coffee cup. Starts up here, follows the coffee cup. I have to keep coming back for more paint now. I'm going to be loading my brush 500 times. Yeah. So that one would go across there, end up in the coffee cup. There's one on the other side, a little more white and pink. I'd start over here and come down the, whoops, I missed my little coffee cup a little. I'll reach out a little farther. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I start at the top of the petal and I come down to the bottom, easy, easy. Oops, double stroke. Caught me that time. Caught myself. This is the top. And then we'll make this one. We'll make this one cross over. That other one. Okay, so we got petals in the back and we got 2 front ones. The handles of my coffee pot are probably 2 little petals tucked behind. I'll just take a swipe and bring them towards the center of the flower. And we'll do that over here too. Forward behind. Now I could redefine the, you know, when I lose a petal, like right here, that happens. I'll just redefine it. And I'll go for the one on the other side. I always lose that one for a minute, but I'll find it again. And then I call this this is the saucer. We're in the home stretch on this road, this rose. These are just petals that come in towards the center of the flower. In towards the center. Okay, so up on the top, Squirt, but still looking for trouble, I see. Still looking for trouble. So long as it heads towards the center, we're okay. I'll put a little more pink on that one. I don't mind at all that I can see the green through there. I kind of like that. I always like that. So I'm going to leave that for now. We can come back and fiddle with that later, but that's a basic rose. Let's go to these buds. Okay. First thing I will stroke in the back, and I'll call this the back on this one. And then I'll stroke in a petal that's more to the front. Well, we should maybe stroke the whole back of that, make it nice, all in one shot. Just keep coming back for a little fresh paint. And we'll put a bottom on that after, and it's going to look just fine. Let's stroke in the back of the other one. Oh, we'll make this one go this way. And then let's stroke in the back. We'll make the back go nice and smooth, and then we'll add our edges. So I hope you've been painting. This is painting number 28. 28. You write to me. Self-addressed stamped envelope. And I will send you the directions to this picture, absolutely free. My address is going to be up at the end of the show, so watch for that. So I want to hear from everybody. I want to know you're painting. Good grief. It's a wonderful hobby. It could also turn into a mini career. I see it all the time. I have students that are selling paintings. I'm telling you, it's true. You know, you find you got a little empty nest, you got a little extra time on your hands. This is what you should be doing. I think I better stop. Okay, stop with that. We'll put the little green bottoms on, the little calyxes on those little rosebuds. So, take my green brush, Now come in on the edge and then roll. Come in on the edge and then roll, and you know, makes a little fatter at the bottom. Make the brush do all the work. That's what I like. Make the brush do all the work. Oh, that worked out all right. Let's go for this one. I start on the edge. Yeah, we've been doing flowers in the studio too. The students really love them, and actually, my men students, they're better at florals than the ladies. I have to tell you, I'm not sure why, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I have more men than women are painting these flowers, and they're coming out wonderful. All right, we've got time to put in some daisies. We might as well have another little daisy lesson. I picked up my filbert brush. Has a nice round top, a little bit of medium, titanium white, and where shall we throw these guys? Well, they're going to be 6-stroke daisies. That's what we're working on. So there's the first 2 strokes, and there's a little foreshortened petal right there. So if you tell yourself that looks like a wing nut, that's what I tell myself. And then there's 3 petals in the back. 1, 2, 3. All the petals heading towards the little middle. We'll put a little center in it after. It's going to look just fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect doesn't count. I want another one, and I definitely want it to touch. You know how I like things to touch each other. So let's put in another daisy and make sure it touches that one. Oh, my teacher would be proud of me that I actually remembered that. You're gonna chit-chat now, Squirt? He gets to the top, then he chit-chats. Okay, there's the center, and there's 6 strokes. Well, they're looking good. We must be having a good daisy day. They don't always look that good. I keep them anyway, whether they look good or not. Oh, right in here. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Oops, gotta get more paint. Always gotta get more paint. 6. So the hardest thing for me to remember in florals is to wipe that brush through the paint every time I do something. You know, that comes hard to me. Oh, 1. I like things fast and easy, and it's not always fast and easy. There's my little wing nut. And 1. This filbert brush makes a perfect petal too. Just use it on its side. Can't go wrong. It's a cute little guy. Well, we better have another one touch. I can feel that. I can feel my teacher saying to me, well, actually, let's put a little bud. Just a few little petals. We'll call that a bud. That would be good. Okay, somebody stop me. Maybe way out here. Why not? Oh, way out here. 2, 3. Perfect little wing nut. And the back petals. 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's a nice guy. Think we ought to stop at that? Maybe we should. That same filbert, you know, I just pick up, actually this is the color that I had based my flower. It was alizarin and a little floral pink. Also had a little yellow in it. That'll do. I'm just going to tap in a center. Just tap in a little center. No need to be fussy. No need to be I love this wet on wet painting. Is very forgiving. You can make little faux pas and you can wipe them right out after, no problem. Well, my daisies need a little stem. You know, and you can go over what you do and change it. You're not locked into anything when the canvas stays wet. Once it dries, that's it. You better like what you got, because that's all you're going to get. My daisy stems are always like little make-believe things. I just load your 1/2 inch and hold it on its chiseled edge and just throw in a little thing. Well, we have time to get a little more fancy. I planned on that. I've got some thinned down. Actually, this color is alizarin, crimson, and sap green. Alizarin, crimson, and sap green, and I thin it down with medium. That's oil. This is oil-based paint. It's oil-based floral paint, designed for floral painting. It's a little creamier consistency than landscape paint. So you got to have the right kind of paint, and you got to have the right kind of brushes. And I take very good care of my floral brushes. I clean them in odorless thinner. I use brush conditioner on them. Never leave them without cleaning them, because they're expensive and they'll harden up in a heartbeat. I learned the hard way, I've got a whole bucket full of stiff brushes, so I learned the hard way. I'll put one over there. This is just a little filler. You call them doofers. They do for anything. Shake a little. Shaking's good. Oh, we started that. I guess we better finish it. And you can have a good time with these, but you got to be brave, I guess, huh? I know somebody saying, "Oh, I'm not doing that." You get to like your picture. Nobody will take a chance at the end. But there's no reason why you can't take a chance. You can always wipe it out. Okay. I'm brave. Oh, right up the top. One more right up the top. I could see that. Oh, this takes us. Suppose you came up here and went like this. I know, sometimes I'm braver than I think I should be. But that paint's thinned down. That's why it flows so nice. We can make it cross each other a little. Well, I got so ambitious there, I better put another one here. Oh, somebody stop me. Where are my students when I need them? They always tell me when it's time to quit. Okay. Well, this is looking good. Now I think I do a little bit of highlighting on my flowers. A little bit of highlighting on my flowers. I'll take my floral brush, some medium. Maybe we'll go for straight titanium white. A nice neat load, and we'll just do a little tipping at the edge of some petals. Oh, look out in those back ones. You'll get in trouble back there. I'll do a little fine tuning on those guys. See, every time I try to take a stroke without reloading my brush when you're doing a floral, it just doesn't do you any good at all. And look, well, I should rough that petal up a little. Give it a little rough edge. They look nice when they got these little rough edges. You have to be brave to do that, though. I just kind of give it a little footsie there. I know. That really takes guts, I know. Okay, well, I see a little spot I want to fix. See, I want it to be white there. Okay, ruffled it up a little. I can ruffle the bottom up a little. And even give it a few little layers down there. There could be another one here. Okay. Well, that's a pretty pleasing little rose now. I think it's time to call it done. What do you think, Squirt? Should we call this one done? Hey, you're a big help. You didn't say a word. Okay. Okay. Wow. We covered a lot of territory. But that's your first rose, but we're going to do more. We certainly are. So you got to practice your rose. And then we could do them in all colors and just have a wonderful time with color. Roses are easy once you get a little bit of practice in, so don't be discouraged. I want you to paint with me. So come back the next time. We're not done with florals. There's a few more, and then we'll go on to something else. So happy painting, and bye-bye for now.